Caitlin Clark doubles down on Jacy Sheldon, sparks ESPN broadcaster's bold claim amid Fever vs. Sunday. There are no scratches or brawls in Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun yet. Things are not messy like last time around when Caitlin Clark was poked in the eye and put on the ground in a span of a few seconds. However, it is clear that Clark is out for some revenge, and she partly got it in this play against none other than Jacy Sheldon. Sure, Clark's shot still isn't quite back to its usual deadly self. Even after flashing some promise in the Fever's last game against the Wings, the three-pointers continue to ghost her. The rhythm, the arc, it's just not there consistently, whether she's on the road or back home. But if there's one thing Clark doesn't do, it's disappear. Even when her jumper's off, she finds ways to lead. She's still setting the tempo, dissecting defenses, and keeping the Fever's offense humming. And hence came the moment in the second quarter that reminded everyone who she is. Caitlin Clark read the play like a seasoned vet and intercepted a pass near her own three-point line, sprinted coast to coast, and drew contact from Jacy Sheldon at the rim, earning a hard-fought trip to the free throw line. Another statement play from Clark, turning steals into signature moments. After this clever play from the point guard, the broadcaster highlighted it, saying, "That's the aspect of Caitlin Clark's game that I think I enjoy the most, is how quick she is off to the ball. Like, you look at her, but deceptively, she is so quick and, right here, gets up on the floor with a support here." Jacy Sheldon doesn't even have the chance to react, and I love Clark initiating the contact. She went into the body of Sheldon, who was out of defense of the position. Clark was there a second ago, and a second later she was at the foul line, and Sheldon didn't even fully process it as the point guard's handles proved too fast for her. Her skills were on full display in the fourth quarter as well. With the Fever holding onto a narrow 2-point lead, Clark delivered in crunch time, scoring 9 points and handing out 2 assists to guide Indiana to a solid 85-77 victory. She finished the game with 14 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and a steal, though she struggled from the field, shooting just 4 of 14 and 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. There was also an injury scare as she went off in the final seconds after losing her balance while providing a backdoor pass. However, more details are awaited on that one. Still, the story of the night was Indiana's evolving offensive balance. 5 players scored in double figures, showing how the team is beginning to share the scoring load more effectively. Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Sophie Cunningham each contributed over 10 points, a promising sign of depth and chemistry building around Clark. Ari McDonald comes as a blessing to Caitlin Clark and the off-ball experiment. Ari McDonald has burst onto the Indiana Fever scene and made herself indispensable almost overnight. Watching her play, it's easy to forget she's new to the roster. Her maturity, poise, and point guard instincts have made her an immediate asset, allowing her to share the load with Sydney Colson, who had been holding down the backup role before McDonald's arrival. McDonald is averaging 4.4 assists per game, outpacing Colson's 2.1, and is scoring 9 points a night, placing her among the top 6 scorers off the bench league-wide. But her value goes well beyond the box score. She gives coach Stephanie White a versatile, high IQ option who can run the floor and keep the offense clicking when Caitlin Clark sits or slides off the ball. In this recent game against the Connecticut Sun, McDonald played just 10 minutes, but dished out 3 assists, despite scoring only 2 points. That's the kind of impact that doesn't need a stat sheet to be felt. She pushes the pace, fuels fast breaks, and brings a calm command that mirrors Clark's tempo at a smaller scale. Her passing range makes her a perfect fit for Indiana's quick-hitting system. More importantly, her presence gives Clark the freedom she needs. With McDonald running the offense, Clark gets a breather from constant ball handling, freeing her to move without the ball, cut through defenses, and find better scoring looks. It lightens her physical burden and sharpens her overall game, especially on defense, where she can now expend more energy. And White can use both in short bursts to prevent overworking Clark. This could be the turning point. With the right balance between on-ball control and off-ball movement, Clark's game can hit another level. And Ari McDonald might just be the player who makes it all possible. Caitlin Clark is still finding her rhythm, and it's normal for muscle injuries to take time. Her shooting may be off, but her confidence hasn't wavered. She's still attacking every game with full effort. In the third quarter, she pulled up for a